My role is very much looking after former, current, and future guests. Making sure that we've got the correct tone of voice across all OTAs is definitely something that we try and strive for, a little bit of consistency. So Enzo's great for that.
I have quite a diverse role, so no 2 days really look the same for me. But I think if I was to overarch everything that I do a lot of tech implementation, office management. I do a lot of policy implementation as well, and I do also get to dabble in guest relations as well. I pretty much personally spearheaded looking for a guest relations app. I think a big pain for us was that there was just a sheer volume of information that we needed to give to guests, especially because we do a lot of contactless check-ins. So we're constantly trying to send guests things like check-in instructions, Wi-Fi details, guidebooks, what we recommend, parking information, and this was purely just done via the chat features. And it just became incredibly convoluted. I think we needed somewhere that was the one-stop shop for all of these things, and we could start being more proactive with what we do rather than reactive.
Definitely finding that hub for everything to come together was definitely quite important, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think just when you consider scaling companies, you've got to have something that keeps up with you. And I'll give the example of paper manuals. You've got to print things, you've got to update them. Next week something will change. You've got to print it, put it back in again. And I think we just needed something that was going to consistently track and update these changes. So we just needed something that was tech based, definitely.
Yeah. When you look at how to scale, I think from my role and my point of view, it's very much a case of ensuring that we've got a process in place to keep that safe. Like I say, it's that tone of voice, it's that the aspect that you need to keep the brand awareness going.
Unique apartments, beautiful designs, and a lot of it is based off current themes. So things such as our bougie apartment really brings together the modern culture.
It's very Instagrammable.
We needed to create our experience to match our uniqueness.
I don't know. It's almost it's quite intimate in its own design, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So what we've done for that is we've created these guidebooks where we can give you a Greek experience in Manchester. So we've put down a list of the best Greek places to go and eat. We will find you the best place to buy a bottle of raki or the best olives.
Yeah.
It's just about tailoring every single property.
Exactly, and I think that's what sets us apart and lets us win these awards.
My personal favourite feature is the boarding pass in general. I think having everything on one page is fantastic, from checking instructions and the weather, where you're staying, and contact numbers to get into the office. Having our brand partners advertised as well is fantastic. Where can you store your luggage? Just everything you could possibly need is on that boarding pass. I love that you can add it to your Apple Wallet.
Because it's a boarding pass.
Yeah, it makes
It's
sense.
the same way as
Yeah,
a plane ticket.
I get it. I've never seen tech like Enzo, so it was a learning curve, but there was like a side of excitement to it, and I got engrossed in it straight off the bat, just for the levels of detail that went into things. So like you say, with the guest logic and things like that, it was all there. It was very much get stuck in.
For me, like I said before, my role is a lot of tech implementation, so this kind of stuff excites the hell out of me. Anything new that's going to make my life easier is perfect. I think straight away knew that it was going to make everyone's job easier. Just when you're communicating with guests, you just want that everything in one place rather than PDFs, apps, all of this stuff. You just want to be able to communicate that pretty easily. And I think probably the same for a lot of businesses.
I shout about Enzo from the rooftops. I've talked about it on social media, I've talked about it on LinkedIn. I think it's perfect for anyone within property management, short, medium, or long term. It allows you to keep track of everybody that's passing through your doors at any time. So, no, I think it's perfect for anybody that needs that solution. This is the solution. And so is the solution. But the immediate plan, specifically for me and my department, I think, is focusing on improving our guest relations and just operational efficiency. So whether that comes with housekeeping or maintenance requests and things like that, it's just, like I say, tying it all together. I personally think the best way to do this is through data-led solutions. So looking at customer behaviour, how they check in, how they check out, where their entire journey starts and ends. And I think you've got to look at it through almost like a macro, like granular lens. I think we need to look at it as intently as possible. I think it's just for me, it's improving outstanding guest service. I think we've just got to give everything to both our clients that invest and want to get on board with us, and the guests that operate it from the other end.